Hello my lovely ladies, welcome back to the channel. Today's video we are going to be talking about dating, and I know I've made multiple videos about dating, especially my online dating videos where you ladies have been loving the tips and all of the things I've been talking to you about in there, and especially from my princess dating videos where I talk to you about the energy you should be having in those videos. But I am finding that some of the ladies are able to now, set up their profiles in a feminine way. They're getting great responses. They're getting dates. They're just reaping the benefits of making these little changes that I suggested to their dating profiles and how they should go about dating and the energy that they should have. But I am finding with some of the ladies that I work with personally who's taken advantage of my goddess check-ins. If you do want to have a personal goddess check-in with me, you can always email me. I left it down below in the description, so you can just look there and you can reach out to me and we can set that up for you. But what I am finding is that some women are going about this dating in a manner that isn't really going to get you what you want out of a man, and that is why I decided to make this video. So let's just get into it. So, like I said, you ladies have been loving the videos about online dating, princess dating, all of that, and I think that is great and amazing. But I am seeing and hearing from you women directly, and just from women that I know in life, when you talk about dating, you go about dating these men, you're really approaching it like an interview or a meeting. And that is the worst way to approach dating. Dating is not an interview. It is not a meeting. It's not something that you have to prepare 20 questions for. It's not something that you have to, make sure that this person says the right thing so they can pass the test. That is not what dating is about, and that is not going to give you the results you think it's going to give you. Dating is to have fun. That is the main part of it. You're dating and your date should be having fun, and you should be having fun. It doesn't need to be hard. It doesn't need to be, 20 questions. It doesn't need to be an interview. It's not a pass or fail. It's just fun. And if you ladies think of dating as something fun, then you're able to actually enjoy yourself, and you may see that the person that you're with is going to feed off of that energy that you're giving of enjoying yourself, and they're going to want to see you more. They're going to want to take you out more. They're going to want to show you more of a good time. And I think that is the issue and roadblocks some of you ladies are dealing with, because you're not actually having fun. You're in this very, very serious energy, and that serious energy is fine for work. It works for work, but this is not work. I know it feels like that sometimes. I know it feels like, oh my God, I gotta go on a date, I gotta find a man and all that stuff, but it has to be fun. It has to be enjoyable, because what's the point of having the man if you're not going to have fun with him? If you're going to just be another job that you have as a partner, your partner is going to be a job, is going to be, a coworker. No, this is someone that you want to have fun with. So the experience should be fun. So this is why I just want you ladies to really go and take a step back and see, am I asking 21 questions? Am I being like an interviewer in an interviewee situation? Am I coming at this like a meeting, or am I deciding this person is going to take me out on the town? We're going to go to a nice restaurant. I'm going to enjoy myself. I'm going to enjoy the ambiance. I'm going to look beautiful. We'll have some decent conversation, and I'm just going to have a good time. That is all dating should be, especially your first dates. There is no reason on the first date for you to have 20 million questions that you need to get answered on this first date so you can know where things stand. I had to like really like kind of reel some women back, because I think they just really are so used to, you know, their work culture, and they feel like, you know, I need to ask these questions because I don't want to waste my time. But the reality of it is that if you're not willing to take risk on people, if you're not willing to let people just show you who they are instead of telling you who they are, then you're going to be in for a rude awakening when people don't actually come out to be who they say they are. Just like an interview, people lie on interviews all the time just so they can get the job. The same way a person will lie on an interview is the same way a person will lie to you. If you're asking them 21 questions, they're going to just say whatever it is they need to say to sleep with you, to get you to, you know, agree to something that you probably wouldn't agree with. These are the tactics people use. I know, I've used them before. If anybody, when I was dating, had came to me with 21 questions, I would just tell them whatever they wanted to hear, regardless if it was true or not. It didn't matter, because essentially you just want to hear what you want to hear. You don't really want to get to know me. So that is the way you ladies, when you approach dating in a interview style, you're not going to get the real authentic person. The way you get to know somebody is by feeling the vibes. Like it's that simple. You hang out with them, you see how they interact. This is why I highly recommend going on dinner dates, not coffee dates, not lunch date, like actually going out on the town with the person and hanging out with them for an hour and a half. This way, you're going to see their vibe. You're going to see the type of person they are. You're going to see where their mind goes, how they interact with people, how they interact with you, how they're being received in the public. You're not going to get that by sitting down and asking them 25 questions over coffee. That is not a way to go about it. And if you're so worried about like not liking a person or you not connecting with the person, have you people never been around people or have spent a little bit of time around people who you don't necessarily connect with or you're not that attracted to, but you're still able to find some common ground and communicate and have a good time with them regardless? I think that is like the main thing, is like you don't have to love everybody you hang out with or go on a date with, but you should have fun on the date. I mean, what's the whole point of going on the date? That's what I want you ladies to know. Not every person you go on a date is going to be your husband, the love of your life, the person that you spend the rest of your days with. That's not what dating is for. Dating is to have fun. Dating is to enjoy your time. The person wants to enjoy their time with you, regardless of if you're attracted to them, if they're attracted to you. For this moment, we're going to hang out and we're going to have a good time. That is it. It's not that hard. And if it works out better, if you find out throughout that good time from hanging out, from just talking and casually letting the person tell you who they are and you casually letting them see parts of you, you're going to realize if you like the person or not. You don't have to ask a million questions. You don't have to, try to play it safe and make sure that you get a call with them and FaceTime with them. You don't need to do all that. All you need to do is have fun. That is going to give the guy the best, and I promise you, the best impression of you. Now, I talked about this with my husband because I like to go at things from both the male and the female perspective, because I think it's important that I get like a well-rounded perspective on this. My husband is such like in his own world that he doesn't even see things as making sense. If it's like he's in his whole idea of it, he's just basically like, I'm gonna figure out if I like you or not the more I hang out with you. I'm not going to figure out anything by asking you 20 million questions and making sure that you say the right thing. And that's the same thing both ways. And he feels like if a woman was to sit down and ask him 21 questions, and this has happened to him before where women have like wanted to do FaceTime or coffee or, just something where it's really casual, where they would have to get to know him first before he was able to take them on the date, he just moved on. He just said, forget it. And he just went on to the next person who would just go to dinner with him because he just felt like it was a big waste of time, which it is a waste of time when you think of it, because what are you really going to find out there? And the thing of it is that I want you ladies to realize is when you spend time talking on the phone with a person, getting to know them, these like pre-dates, what my husband said, these pre-season dates, right? This is not the real game, it's the pre-season game. You're actually just wasting time. You're wasting precious time, and you're just getting yourself to know somebody that you don't even know if you vibe out with. There are so many people, me included, that have made the mistake of talking on the phone with someone for so long. I'm talking weeks, some people even months, some people even years, just phone conversations with someone, only for them to meet them in person and realize, I don't like you. Your vibe, the way you treat other people, just the way you are, doesn't mesh well with me. But I spent all this time on the phone with you. That is a waste of time because you can't accomplish anything if you're just not in the moment with the person. So this thing that you're trying to do to, make sure this is the right person, it's actually wasting your time that you could be using to meet the right person. So if you just went on an actual date with the person, let the person impress you, you show up looking good, feeling good, having fun, smiling, just enjoying your time, and you could see the vibe from there if you like the person or not, if you want to move forward or not. And another thing, I want you ladies to know, if you do coffee, if you accept the coffee, or you sit on the phone with these guys for hours and hours, let me tell you what that's going to do. This is something I don't think people realize this. When you're on the phone with somebody and you're connecting with them and you're talking about your past, your future, every little thing about you, every little ick and tick that you have, every secret, because that's what you guys do on the phone. You just divulge all your secrets. You just tell them everything that they don't need to know, but you feel connected to them. So this is what you're going to do. When you have these intimate conversations with people, whether it be on the phone and coffee and all these stuff, what do you think that's going to actually do? The only thing that's going to do is create this false sense of comfortability and make you feel like you know this person, like you guys are connecting, like we know each other. We have a deep connection. This false sense of connection, this false sense, because it's not real. It's not real because you haven't spent real time with each other outside, in public, around people, doing activities, doing things, enjoying your time together, having fun together. The only thing that's going to bring you is closer to him sleeping with you. And he knows that, because if he gets you to think that you have an emotional connection with him, that's so much easier to sleep with you. It's so much easier to get you in the bed. And he didn't have to pay a dime. All he had to do was giving you a little bit of phone time, some coffee, and all that stuff, and got you to just tell your whole secrets. And he had that listening ear while he's listening and connecting and telling you whatever BS he doesn't care about, because he's not going to tell you all his business, because that's a game, right? Because men don't necessarily open up to people. They're just going to tell you, what you think it's important to him, but not actually that important to him. And he's going to tell you whatever it is, and he's going to be the shoulder you cry on, and you tell everything, and then he's going to sleep with you, and then he's going to leave you. So that is something that also happens, and women aren't catching and connecting those dots, that when you sit there and you create this emotional connection over the phone and just these intimate settings, you're going to just open it up for him to feel, and for you to feel like you're connected enough to sleep with him. And that's going to set you up for failure, time wasted, because nothing ever really grows out of that. Nothing sustainable grows out of it. I've never seen it. I've had women who've done it and they've had relationships, and then those relationships failed. So I don't see a point in doing that. I think that it's just not going to get you anywhere. And honestly, I want you ladies to know, like, even me, and this even goes with friends, right? And I'm sure some of us, if not all of us, has experienced this. If you ever been on a girls trip with your friends, and every single girls trip that I've been on, I've lost a friend. And that is the truth, because when you are in a real setting with people, with the world all around you, you see how people interact, and sometimes you realize that person isn't for you. That person isn't, we don't look at the world the same. We don't act the same. I don't like the way they do that. This is how you actually see people for who they are. The same way they say you don't know somebody until you live with them. You don't know somebody until you go on a trip with them. You don't know somebody until you spend time with them. That's what it is actually saying. So I want you ladies to know that the reason why you can't skip the step and think like, I'm going to just, talk on the phone all day with him. I'm just going to go to the coffee with him. Allow him to take you to dinner. Allow him to show you a good time so you can enjoy yourself and he can enjoy himself. And then his guards go down. Your guards, I'm not saying need to be up or anything like that, but don't tell all your business. Don't try to build this false sense of connection to each other, but you should be having fun. You should be enjoying yourself, because people like to be around people who are having fun, who are smiling, who are happy, who are just in this light energy feeling. And you can't get that on a job interview. People aren't light on job interviews. People are really tense and nervous, and you just lie on job interviews. So think about that on your next date. Don't sit there asking 21 questions. Just go there to have fun, enjoy yourself, regardless if you like the person or not. Like I said, you don't have to like everybody you go out with. You don't have to like a person to have dinner with them. That is not the whole thing. I mean, obviously, if they're completely obnoxious, you can pretty much tell that from like the first text or whatever conversation you're having with them, like just to set up the date. You can pretty much tell. But if a person is completely obnoxious, I mean, deal with it and never talk to them again. I'm sure in everybody's mind before that they've been with somebody, they've said secretly in their mind, I probably won't hang out with this person again. And that's okay. And you don't hang out with them again. Whether you ghost them or you tell them, whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. But what you do need to do is have a good time. I can have a good time and know in my mind, I'm probably not going to hang out with you again. Just know that is the way you should be going out dating, because that is going to make the guy see, I love her energy. I love her light energy. I want to take her out more. I want to enjoy my time with her more. I want her to be more happy. I want to make her happy. I want her to experience what I can be in her life. And that is going to like fuel the relationship and make him want to take you on a second date. So I hope that all made sense. I feel like I said a lot in there, but I just feel like I just needed to let that out, because I think that there was like a disconnect in why you should be actually going at this in that kind of way. Because if you go in too serious, if you go in expecting everything, then you're not going to be in your princess energy and you're not going to get the results that you truly, truly want. So I hope this helps. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And again, if you want to book your goddess check-in with me, I left the information down below. And yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.